Social license to operate is very key to the Olympics being successful and the Olympics being delivered to a community that's happy with it, a community that can really thrive throughout the Olympics and Paralympics, and also beyond that, and be really proud of what Brisbane and South East Queensland have brought to the table and to the world. So it's really important when we're communicating across these projects for the Olympics to also communicate and include in that messaging that this is about the legacy of years to come and building for future generations across Brisbane and South East Queensland. There's going to be a lot of things that need to be happening, a lot of projects across a vast range of disciplines. So there's going to be some water infrastructure, there'll be road infrastructure, rail works, building works, stadiums, and a lot of time concentrated on very small areas and pockets within the community. So one of the biggest things to think about is things like construction fatigue for those communities. A lot of the part there is working with communities to help them understand why and what the impacts are going to be and help mitigate that, but also working with each of the different stakeholders to see if there are ways we can streamline communications and engagement across those communities and ensure minimum confusion. I've just completed my thesis for the Oricon Design Academy, and the topic that I did my thesis on was the importance of accessible and inclusive design on integrated transport networks. I'm really passionate about the importance of accessible and inclusive design across infrastructure projects, and particularly integrated transport networks, because our communities, as we look at them, are very vast and very budget diverse. And often what we will do is we will design for the bulk of the community, but we will skip out minorities. But that minority is growing. We have an ageing population. And when we talk about accessibility these days, we're no longer talking about impairment accessibility and needs. We're talking about a much wider range. So elderly, young children, parents with prams, people using wheelchairs, people with sight or hearing impairments, people on crutches. So if we're looking at designing infrastructure, the benefit of actually taking that into consideration when we're designing it and including it within the design is much more cost effective than having to retrofit something once it's already been built. And that way as well, we're not excluding users of the population. What Oricon brings to the table for our clients, particularly as a multidisciplinary service provider, is that our teams are used to working together across pieces. So you have a unified team from the beginning. You have an engagement team that really understands how these engineers are working and why they need to make certain decisions and when, so that then we can design engagement that will actually inform that design and inform those decisions moving forward.